Hi there. My name's Chris Blanton. I've seen a lot of people um, wanting to use a MacBook with Palette, but struggling to get it to work seamlessly. Um, I I deleted it for the time being so I could show you how to do it. But I usually have an icon here that looks like the flower in Palette. Um, and I double click on that. It opens Parallels, it opens Windows, both of those automatically, and it opens Palette automatically. So basically, with one click on my MacBook desktop, I'm working in Palette. Don't have to do anything else. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So first, we're going to come down to our Launchpad, assuming you have already installed Parallels. If you haven't, you can go to I think it's parallels.com. I'm not sure. You have to check that out. But go to your Launchpad and open Parallels. So when Parallels opens, your screen might not look like this. You might just it might just say Windows up here. If that's the case, you're going to want to click View, and then Exit Coherence. And then you'll get your little window box here. So I'm going to click here, and oh, I already had Palette open in there. Okay, so let's see here. Um, so once you are in Windows, come up here to the upper right corner of your Windows screen, of your Windows window, and click on the little settings button. So we're going to come to hardware, down to USB and Bluetooth. I basically want to tell my MacBook that when I plug my dongle in, I want it to work with Windows and not with my MacBook. Because if it's plugged in to your Mac, well, if it's plugged in and working virtually or whatever on your MacBook, Windows won't be able to see it, I don't believe. So you'll have issues there. So hardware, USB and Bluetooth, click on USB connection preferences. I'm going to delete mine so I can show you how to do this. Oops, we're going to leave that. New domain, yeah. Okay, so yours should look like this. Make sure you're on this Devices tab. Click on the plus. Um, I should say, make sure you have your dongle plugged in before you do any of this stuff. So plug that in first. Then when you click on the plus, it should say palette vendor. That's your dongle. And you see how mine says connect to MacBook or connect to Mac? I don't want that because I need to use that with my Windows so that I can use it with Palette. So I'm going to come down here, I'm going to click on that, come down here to the little pencil so we can make an edit here. And now if I click on the little arrows, I can tell it Windows 10. So now anytime I plug my Palette dongle in to my MacBook, it's going to connect it to Windows 10. And that's what we want. So once you have that done and your screen looks like this, click on the little red button to close that, and then we're going to close out of that. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to create an icon on our desktop. And when we put it on our desktop in Windows, it automatically puts it on our desktop in MacBook. And I don't think, new folder, paste item. Yeah. So when you're in Windows here, we're going to click with two fingers on the screen. And we're going to come to New, Shortcut. So we're going to create a shortcut on our desktop. And when we do this in Windows here, it's automatically going to put it on our MacBook desktop as well. If yours doesn't, let me know. I can create another video to show you how to do that. So down here where it's asking for the location, we're going to browse for the palette software. So we're going to click this PC. We're going to come down to local disk C, program files, x86, baby lock, palette 11, and then we're going to scroll past all this stuff way down here, and we're going to find EMB edit. Now, if you see under my little hand here, it says layout and editing. That is the palette layout and editing software. So, and coincidentally, if you want to work on in Font Creator and you don't want to have to open Parallels and then Windows and then open your Font Creator, if you just want to click on Font Creator on your MacBook desktop and have everything open, you would click on EMB font. And the same with Design Center and Programmable Stitch Creator. You can create shortcuts for any of these program files. But for this time, we're going to select EMB Edit, and we're going to say OK, and we're going to say Next. And now it's giving us the opportunity to edit what we want to rename our file. I'm going to call mine Palette. And we're going to click Finished. Now, here it is on my Windows desktop. If I already had Parallels open and Windows open, I could click here within my window. But that's not what I want to do. I want to close Windows. I want to quit Parallels. Now, do you notice my palette shortcut here? It says palette dot, I think that's link. You can rename it from here just by clicking on the link slowly or the name slowly and doing it that way. So now it just says palette. So now I've just turned on my MacBook. I want to start digitizing. I'm going to click twice on palette. It opened and it's opening palette. So I click quick on my desktop on my MacBook and I am in business. Now, it's very small to see this little window. I want to make it bigger. So I'm going to click that little blue dot there. And now I've got my whole screen here that I can work with. I can minimize it here. I don't know what that box is. Oh, it was just my screen's catching up. I've been doing a lot of work today on my MacBook. So let's see here. Whoops. I'm going to quit palette. I'm going to go back to Windows. Okay, now this may be where some of you were having issues because I know on my MacBook, sometimes I click Windows and this is the only thing that comes up. I don't have my screen. I don't know where to click. But up here, it shows me Windows 10. I'm going to go to View, Exit Coherence, and now I'm back in my, here's my Windows screen that I can minimize. So now I'm working on my MacBook and I'm also running a Windows application as well. So I'm going to quit Windows and quit Parallels. If you have any other questions, if your screen didn't look like mine, if you can't figure out what's going on, send me a message or comment or something, and I'm happy to try to walk you through anything that you need help with. So, hope this was helpful. Happy stitching, happy digitizing. See you later.